Imagine this. You're hungry, really hungry. You open your phone, scroll for a few seconds, and order a pizza. Time passes. The doorbell rings. You grab the box. It's square. You open the lid, and inside the pizza is perfectly round. You've seen this your whole life, but suddenly it feels a little strange. If pizza is round, why isn't the box round too? And if the box is square, why not make the pizza square as well? It feels like one of those things everyone accepts without thinking. But once you notice it, you can't unsee it, because this tiny detail hides a much bigger story. A story about efficiency, money, manufacturing, and human habits. So the real question is, who decided this? And why did it stick? And if you enjoy questions like this, take a second to subscribe and leave a like. It helps the channel, and it keeps stories like this coming. Now, here's the surprising truth. Pizza is not round because it looks nice. And the box is not square because it's easier. Each shape solves a very specific problem, and most people misunderstand what those problems actually are. Let's start with the pizza itself. Pizza is round for one simple reason. Dough. When you make pizza dough, you start with a ball. You stretch it, you spin it, you press it outward from the center. If you try to force that dough into sharp corners, something goes wrong. The corners get thinner. The middle gets thicker. Heat cooks it unevenly. A round shape distributes pressure evenly. No weak points. No stressed corners. That means the pizza cooks more predictably. The crust browns evenly. The center finishes at the same time as the edges. This is why, even before modern ovens, round flatbreads were common. It wasn't style, it was physics. Now add another layer, slicing. A round pizza can be cut into equal pieces with straight lines from the center. Every slice has crust. Every slice has center. No arguments, no weird leftover shapes. Square pizzas exist, of course, but notice what happens when you slice them. Corner pieces have more crust. Center pieces have less. Someone always feels cheated. Round pizzas quietly solved that problem centuries ago. So, by the time pizza became a product, something sold at scale, the shape was already decided. Changing it wouldn't make things better. It would only create new problems. But then comes the box. And this is where most people get confused. Because at first glance, a round box makes sense. It fits the pizza perfectly, no wasted space. So why don't we use round boxes? The answer has almost nothing to do with pizza, and everything to do with factories. Making a round box is hard. Not conceptually hard, but mechanically expensive. Square boxes are made from flat sheets of cardboard. They're cut with straight lines. They're folded along straight creases. They stack perfectly when flat. Thousands of them can be shipped, stored, and assembled cheaply. A round box breaks all of that. It needs curved cuts, more complex molds, more material to maintain strength. It doesn't stack well. It rolls. It wastes space in storage and trucks. And when you're delivering millions of pizzas a day, those tiny inefficiencies explode into real costs. So the square box wins. Not because it's better for pizza, but because it's better for everything around the pizza. Here's what surprises most people. The box is not designed to fit the pizza. The pizza is designed to tolerate the box. That little gap in the corners? That's cheaper than redesigning the entire supply chain. And once this system worked, it became invisible. No one questioned it anymore. But this balance between food and packaging is more fragile than it looks, because there are moments where it actually matters, and that's where the story gets interesting. And this is where most people get confused. They assume the box exists to protect the pizza. But that's only partially true. The box's real job is not to make pizza happy. It's to survive the real world. Think about what happens after the pizza leaves the oven. It gets stacked. It gets carried with one hand. It gets loaded into cars, bikes, and backpacks. Square boxes stack cleanly. They don't slide. They don't rotate. They don't collapse under weight. Try stacking 10 round boxes. They shift. They waste space. They become unstable. And in delivery, instability means dropped food. So the square box isn't about geometry. It's about logistics. But here's the twist. Those empty corners inside the box, they're not wasted. They actually help. As hot pizza cools, it releases steam. If that steam gets trapped, the crust turns soggy. Those corners create tiny air pockets. They give moisture somewhere to go. A perfectly fitted round box would trap steam evenly and ruin the texture faster. So the inefficient shape accidentally solves another problem. This is why attempts to redesign the pizza box often fail. People try round boxes, octagon boxes, fancy folding systems. They look smarter, they feel optimized, but they're harder to store, more expensive to produce, and worse in the real world. Here's what surprises most people. The pizza box is not optimized for pizza quality. It's optimized for everything else. Factories, warehouses, delivery routes, human hands. The pizza survives by adapting. And this idea shows up everywhere. Coffee cups are round, but cup holders are fixed shapes. Books are rectangular even though paper starts as pulp. Phones are flat even though hands aren't. Design is rarely about perfection. It's about compromise. Pizza could be square. Boxes could be round. But the current system is the point where nothing breaks badly enough to justify change. That's why it lasted. And once a system lasts long enough, we stop noticing it. Until someone asks a simple question. So next time you open a pizza box, you're not just looking at food. You're looking at centuries of small decisions layered on top of each other. Physics shaping dough, factories shaping cardboard, humans shaping habits. None of it was planned as a whole. It just worked well enough. And kept working. That's the real lesson. Most of the world around you isn't designed to be perfect. It's designed to be acceptable, cheap, repeatable, and familiar. And once something reaches that balance, it becomes invisible. Until you stop and ask why. So if this made you see something ordinary in a new way, leave a like, share it with someone who loves pizza, and subscribe for more questions hiding in plain sight. Because sometimes the simplest things hide the most misunderstood truths.